The first NRL Grand Final was in 1908, and that was won by the Souths, but a year later in 1909 with the most weirdest story in an NRL Grand Final ever. For multiple games on the day, Union making rugby league look bad, one of the most straightforward, unchallenged and easiest finals in history. This is the story of the 1909 NRL Grand Final. In 1909, the Australian First Grade Rugby League Premiership was decided by a challenge system. The Balmain Tigers won the minor premiership that season and had the right to challenge any other team in a grand final. Imagine seeing that these days. The Raiders win the premiership and they go on to choose the Titans in the grand final. That would just be ridiculous. But the Tigers did choose the South Sydney Rabbitohs as their opponents. The match was scheduled to coincide with the Rugby Union vs Rugby League exhibition match between the Wallabies and the Kangaroos, both of Australia's national sides. But the Tigers disagreed with this decision to stage the grand final on the same day as this Union match. But to make the matters worse, they were expected to play as the curtain raiser and viewed as the most inferior event, making this grand final look bad in the eyes of many. So as a result, the Tigers refused to play and thought the exhibition match was a ploy by Rugby Union to undermine the growing sport of rugby league. It's believed the Tigers approached the Rabbitohs and came up with a gentleman's agreement that both sides would boycott the big day and have a no-show event. But as expected, with one of the most genius moves ever on a grand final day, the Rabbitohs, well, they showed up. Boom, boom, well, say what you want. I know, it's really shocking, isn't it? But these days, if you said that maybe on social media to one of the other teams, you can just imagine maybe the Roosters talking to each other on social media. It'd just be a big joke, wouldn't it? But back then, the Tigers actually did believe that, and they didn't show up. Because, yeah, as I said, they thought the Souths were on board with them. So when the Tigers players didn't take the field at the scheduled kick-off time, the South, well, they just kicked off to no one. They gathered the ball and scored, as if you were playing by yourself in the back garden. The Rabbitohs were awarded the 1909 Premiership by default. This is the only time it's ever happened in New South Wales Rugby League and NRL history, which is ridiculous. Despite the controversy, the Rabbitohs still do count the Premiership today amongst their club achievements. Tigers fans see this as much differently, with Balmain great Benny Ellisley. Sorry, I completely butchered that. He says it should be taken away. People take gold medals from Olympians who cheat. Well, that's what he said. I completely disagree. I personally think, well, womp, because you just got schooled by the Souths. Like, seriously, they can agree and agree and agree. Oh yeah, you can say, oh, well, both the teams agreed on not turning up. Oh well, I don't think there was any contract, maybe there was. But like, seriously, the Souths probably didn't care. They want to go for their second premiership. Of course they're just going to show up. The Tigers just not showing up at all, it's just a stupid move from them, really. But anyway, thanks for watching. We're on the road to 1K, so please consider subscribing. And yeah, in the comments, leave in the comments really what you want to see in the next video, because honestly, the last couple of video ideas are literally coming from the comments. So you could be next. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.